the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
In December 2016, President Mahama, with the outgoing powers as President of the Republic of Ghana, signed a bauxite concession. Emma Engineers and Planners CEO Ibrahim Mahama so or the Ghana bauxite concession ashenensa na omunyeden mining bauxite in the Republic of Ghana. Now, the new patriotic party winning elections, no, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo dane sa signature signing no of President Mahama's concession or the ama Ibrahim Mahama Emma ekopie mo Supreme Court. Supreme Court G2 mu say President Mahama ni deal no was nullified na edidi follow due process. Then before we criticize say due to nepotism, cronyism and a lack of transparency and a due process. Now recently the same Ibrahim Mahama, CEO of Engineers and Planners, concession in the Ghana you 58 to 57% of bauxite concession, but with the 100% gold mine and engineers and planners claim say omo have a black voter gold mine in the northern region. Now you better analysis between mining of bauxite here. President Mahama, Edema Ibrahim Mahama, in December 2016, as against acquisition of gold mine in our northern region in 2025. The differences na Ghana for Ashe. Government na say even at the event, no mo say politically motivated, but untimi enka sa entre Ghana for because acquisition being private firm acquisition bank and a acquire firm and a president timijina bedroom say it is about time say Ghana for yebe only gold mine nanka a private firm nanka president emfa no enyede entum inti as far as president no edina no tum wasan so acknowledge say oya aware of such a deal obi enim say well known say he's the president, he's the brother to Ibrahim Mahama no e say politics play a very key role in this acquisition of black voter gold mine. You share the differences. And some you call into the differences. Bright Simmons, Vice President of Imani, release some inside information be or article be or title no or releasing no or Twitter or friend no how Ghana provides a lesson in how not to nationalize a gold mine. Into share title no from the heading Otimi who said no okasa etia the nationalization of gold mine by engineers and planners, not or criticize it deal no. But Kofo Bebre so of the view say mbofo na be oni Ghanaian resources oil ni gold dia kan Kofo entro articles and complaining, but because Ghana ni intina Nkrofo air increase. We ever call into our report we are releasing near way the pros and cons of this deal engineers and planners and only 100% of black voter gold mine. Now, you guys say article where engineers and planners at the Kodom High Court say or claim $10 million from Bright Simmons because in some article no it be a false, it be so malicious because in article no accuse engineers and planners of financial difficulties say almost council now so no more pushy say on be only black voter gold mine and also implies that Ibrahim Mahama or president of John Dramani Mahama Nyano were benefited from some political connections and that EMP received preferential treatment in government mining policies. Now, question and Nkrofo Bebre na ebusane say, what is the nature of black voter gold acquisition? No? A large scale, first time a Ghanaian has entered into the large scale, mostly Ghana for bebree na come to small scale, that is and the omutai friend small scale and I say galamsey. But this time this is the first time Ghanaian akọ into the large scale. Yebeka say the new patriotic party try some introduce a particular policy that is a japadie. It was also linked to gold mining acquisitions and the kaka ho heavily criticized by the National Democratic Congress. Utimu said we a japadie 2.0 bisa anana asanso ENTP. Now you're going to acquisition by EMP. Ibrahim Mahama's engineers and planners recently announced so almost secure $100 million dollar facility from ECOWAS Bank from Investment and Development EBID. Now ECOWAS Bank and so what appointees by President Mahama. Now, in say because of that political appointment by President Mahama, ECOWAS Bank na enu no motimi process $100 million facility ema engineers and planners ema motimi enya asa acquisition way in the Blackwater gold mine. The first time ever a Ghanaian owned company are owning a large scale gold mine. Now, see deal way is being hailed by ENP and as some Ghanaian business leaders as what a transformational movement for local participation in Ghana's mining industry, aiming to shift control of mineral wealth from foreign interest to Ghanaian interests. From one side, nkofo bebree ka say abofo na bebree na each and every time own large scale mines in Republic of Ghana. About time say before and as a Ghana for ebe control sa large scale mining assets. Now current status no controversy a woman said while the acquisition has been announced and financing agreements have been signed, there is an ongoing legal dispute. Azuma Resources, the seller, claims the agreement was terminated in December 2024 due to EMP's alleged failure to meet certain conditions. It's Azuma Resources and na only that gold mine omoton. Normal say almost started some December 2024 EMP engineers and planners meet all the conditions as at December 2024 we decided so omonton. Now so EMP for say $100 million facility omaje from ECOWAS Bank new agreement on sa can say deal now go through into as at today engineers and planners and only Blackwater gold mine. Afidie asem no akọ efri injunction bi amode to so high court akọ PM wo International Chamber of Commerce for arbitration. In the International Chamber of Commerce ena sa asem no akwakoda whether say Azuma Resources eda so only the stake of Blackwater gold mine and as engineers and planners and only that stake. Key takeaway is say we a gold mining venture with engineers and planners seeking full ownership, total ownership and control, and are characterized by significant financial commitment and ongoing legal battle over the terms of acquisition. Indeed, engineers and planners seeking owning 100% of Blackwater. Now, so some injunction copium or high court and as a copium or International Chamber of Commerce for arbitration. Until that ruling, bebano, and 100% secure, say engineers and planners have total control over Blackwater. Now, what is the difference between this deal and bauxite deal? Say, bauxite concession. Now, reported say Ghana will hold up to 58 to 75% of Ghana's bauxite reserve. Now, bauxite is the primary ore for producing aluminium. Now, controversy in the revocation of BPM say mining lease was signed by President John Dramani Mahama in the final days of his administration in December 2016 to Exton Cubic Group Limited, a company widely linked to Ibrahim Mahama. Into Exton Cubic Group Limited, and so a company Ibrahim Mahama no own. President Mahama assigning some mining lease no of Ninehini bauxite concession to Ibrahim Mahama. Now, that deal no heavily was criticized and perceived as cronyism and a lack of due process. And yeah, in the beginning, you can't, particularly in the absence of the parliamentary ratification, members of parliament no be any motion as required by constitution, and a subsequent MPP government under President Nana Akufo-Addo, Ediko PMO, or Supreme Court, revoke sa list by September 2017. Inti Exton Cubic challenges our revocation or court, High Court ruling, a ruling in favor of Exton Cubic. Now Supreme Court ultimately declares a list invalid by August 2019. President reaffirmed and said President unfollowed due proper constitutional procedure. Inti that list now I say Ibrahim Mahama yineni every bauxite no so and after the work focus on gold acquisition, gold large scale mining. Yenkotie Papa Duncan and some of the two dra this particular deal will PCFM and pay.
Every mine adibiara oye ifome gudi, whether it is concession, whether it is joint ventureship, whether it is partnership, government has interest there. Every mine. Give me one. A mine, baby, my yet to form a good day. Mamukra, a bang. Meaning that you only interest one. Tell me, give me one. Let anybody give us an example. Then I'll be prepared to learn. Every mine.
You are right.
It's on yet
10%.
On yet thou be baba kada or your business people the way you want to be working. Granted, even that is the case. Were we not in this country where a person of majority decided to buy a private person's hotel? Even that one, a private person's hotel. Nana, yeni omayin. Impan. Nani if you nana banibra. No kesi obia. Why a card there? Me daya Messi. Me put me jam. What did we go through in this country? Let them not advance that argument at all. That some business people know when you will be away. In the first place, that is not correct. That is not true. That mine, government has interest in there. Abang on your interest, beyond the interest. The environmental implications. All of that. Unless there are people to market there, or your private people being away in one business are worried. That is not true. So let's establish that before they continue on that tangent. Nana, you were married no President Mahama. Okay there. Say, Omaya to Abba Manamo Babema. Onu Nana Pamfo. And when you are wonderful, everybody and anybody related to any of his appointees, they will have nothing to do with anything that has to do with the resource of this country. The Omai Bibia Prema or my easy. Another Omai or interest room. Onu. So what for Abamana? Onu Nana Pamfo. Uaba for one now, Biano. I'll be your kind of Bibiot. So ya niya, so ya dofu, so ya niyanku. Obey your Damukane Ginado. The adult them now, man who interest room of a control. If this is a lie, tell me. So you ask yourself, as someone says, "Our bed the gua." Are you a bent take a sign pay? As far as they are concerned, there's nothing like a transfer of interest, or there's nothing like a sale of Ajuma resources, because Adibala, if they were purported to have been done, came to a termination at the end of 2024. These are the words of Abonsi Ayeka, Boy Mason. Yẹn kutin waka session wankasa ehwe wo fa na Nsem-Pii ehwe one statement awada aboto abana read as they purported to have terminated the purchase agreement and that on the basis of that we have gone to arbitration. Nana akwa arbitration why arbitration is there eyi obi akaya contract when you from when that matter has not yet been settled, you decide that you are going for a facility to pay for that matter which is on the arbitration. Are you then telling us that the arbitration has already decided for you? Nana, arbitration either there overcall Azuma resources what you're terminating the contract, you are right in doing so, or you are wrong in doing so. And if it is damages, then damages paid to the claimant. Now, that could say arbitration, arbitral tribunal, on some from where from by. Then you go there, taking a facility of $100 million. You organize the entire media, the entire country. Then you organize your cabal to do wine sharing and wine drinking.
PR.
Wine sharing and wine drinking all over the place. Then you have now secured $100 million facility to pay for the mine. When you yourself in your statement here, the statement is here that you have gone to arbitration. President Mahama had already prepared our minds a week earlier, or two or so, that it is about time Ghanaians also own gold mines. Put the pieces together. President Mahama, 2 weeks ago, stood in public and told the entire country that it is about time Ghanaians also own gold mines. Who is this Ghanaian he's referring to? And what time is it about? That these Ghanaians must own gold mines. Put the pieces together. Nana, this is a matter which is developing. I want Banana. Yeah, the only card now. Share. No card now. Who card now who is next to Pope? What do you mean that? Share.
Fast in our dream.
It's a developing matter. But let me come to Electoral Commission. Electoral Commission, I just end it here because
so let
the second round. Then the other matters are let me.
You're the one who has second round.
Wait. Electoral Commission.
So do Electoral Commission in 2 minutes. I've been so generous. 2 minutes. Yeah.
My confidence in them still hasn't waned. My confidence in Jean Mensah-led Electoral Commission, ably assisted by
Bossman,
other commission members.
No, I'm talking about management.
Okay.
I'm talking about management.
Executive heads.
Exactly. It still hasn't waned. Now, upon reflection, they themselves are beginning to see that it was a step that was not well thought through. Because Kabila, granted. Well, can you point to me? Because you are Electoral Commission associate professor.
Ally.
No, not just ally. Because you know the ends of Electoral Commission. You have been part. You know the inside. Can you point to me the law which gives them that power that when an election had already been held and there's a dispute, that it is within the remit of the Electoral Commission to say that the disputed election, we will not allow the court to decide it, but that ourselves will go for a rerun. Otherwise, then, Electoral Commission at any point in time whether it is presidential, it is as soon as anybody raises any dispute, Electoral Commission now will say that I'll go and do a rerun.
Okay.
Oh,
may I go round two?
Well, but you haven't landed on this matter.
You have to land. Uncle.
I will land.
No, so
In fact, Kabila play obey mountain.
First year, make sure. First year, give me the Christmas bonus, the New Year bonus. Put all of that together.
I've done.
Let me.
I've given you 7 minutes.
You let me land.
So land
on this one.
Land on this in the next 30 seconds. Now land now go to document no.
Oh, no, your cousin.
Uncle
Kwamina. This is the Constitution. Constitution, representation of the people. There's nowhere that empowers the Electoral Commission, a disputed election. Anyone we decide that we are going to do a rerun. Nowhere. This is the Public Elections Regulations 2020, CR 127. And that ran through. I found it nowhere that a provision has been made. Because, Nana, it is odd. You, myself, we have put up ourselves for a contest. You, as the electoral body, you have come to run it. It is the court. It is the court that is empowered to decide the way forward. It is not the electoral. Otherwise, at any point in time, any corner, once I raise an issue, the Electoral Commission will sit in the offices and say that, look, we are going to do a rerun of these areas. It doesn't happen that way. But having said that, Nana, what did you go? Release our Tugwa. What's it? Presiding officers. Mm-hmm. Is that what they said? Presiding officers did not verify. They have forgotten the law as pronounced by the Supreme Court. Nana, Supreme Court in 2012, 2013.
And then 2021.
2021.
All right. Open so round 2. Obenya 5 minutes. And to open. Yeah, 5 not also. This is a Meko Kabila ne Akoga wa me ma hobi.
Man the shall be seal. Okay, you know I can't fight cardinal. Parish priest go cardinal. It's
we bring to the notice of the general public that the University of Mines and Technology UMAT Takwa will hold a professorial inaugural lecture on Thursday, that is tomorrow, 10th July 2025 at University Auditorium, 2 p.m. The lecture will be delivered by Professor Anthony Simmons, a professor of mechanical engineering. The topic
for 2023. Yes, Kebi. Ababan, no Bosme be prepared, no image. Maybe also. I will hold some damn Macan down the prayer to me. No, who Kafu not the be moisin. Say, I am quite to join him in Canon Pabum. Yame no ye. Nancy Yantas and Papa. So for the Tamsin. And see, Nana, Mamma, over Tichimensa. Jena Medhu I feed it, I feed I feel a son of Featherman. Namino Crabba Shadden, Jay, a minimum power finish you that on power finish you that. Now, a barnus no bushia, more Shadden. Monosa, he na young Falk Moko Gata over Tichimens and Nichi. On Penny Crack for man buffle. I mean to mankind them now. Mao Kodo, I fear you're dying, yes, you are to a banful for a bar. And pim, ma. Where are churchful? Where are unnecessary? Where are public servants? Empo Merca, Marcade, or your tall.